We're looking here at a collection of 10 mid-19th century juvenile books. This first one is 1827 with a wood engraved front cover, lithographed printed boards, and an absolutely wonderful rear cover illustration of the bookseller's premises in Boston, the picture of their building. It's got a fine, large, wood-engraved frontis. It's tight and sound, just minor scattered foxing. The original red leather spine, gilt-lettered and ruled. Here are marbled paper-covered boards with the remnants of a paper spine label. It's from approximately here it is, 1845, and it's a story of Napoleon's life with some small wood engravings within it. It's also tight and sound, showing wear as typical for juveniles. Here's a perfect example of a heavily worn juvenile softcover book of this vintage. This is the only book in the lot that's not American. It's Dublin, Ireland, 1820. Enormously interesting from that angle alone. It clearly shows signs of time and usage. It's got a series of these very interesting wood engravings throughout. Next book is marbled paper over boards with a leather spine. Still the label exists. It's gilt lettered. It has a deaccessioned bookplate from a collection. It's an early address to young people, 1814 Boston. It's tight and sound. Paper is age-toned. Some corners are bent, but that's minor. And here at the rear is a single leaf catalog, publisher's catalog. The next book is a small leather spine, paper-covered boards, early 19th century, 1841 Concord, actually, William Tell. It's got a large wood-engraved frontis. The book has some old damp staining, but it's still sewn as issued. The rear cover is loose and now held by the binding cords, as typical for books of this vintage. Here is a book that has physical exterior condition issues, but a very nice Art Deco bookplate as well. It's 1843, but it has just this profusion of full-page, elaborate wood engravings, all of them signed down at the bottom. Gaslighter, a cab, a porter carrying a load, two sailors with one leg and crutches singing songs. There's a coal wharf. Yes, every illustration in this is interesting. There's an omnibus. Here's sportsman hunting, and so on and so on. It's really just wonderful in the contents. Here is a very nice early marbled paper softcover primer, like a catechism, 1816 Boston. It has a profusion of these small, strong woodcut illustrations. They're all miniature in appearance. This type of edge trimming is often seen on books of this era, especially juvenile books. Here we have a lithographed paper covers over cardboard with a cloth spine. Great bookplate of this William Kirkman with his cat, very Art Nouveau in appearance. This is 1835. It's a catechism with answers, and it's tight and sound as issued. Here is a book in rather poor exterior condition, but a very early Peter Parley book. It's 1838, Samuel Goodrich, published by Copperthwaite, Cartographic American Publishers. This book is noteworthy and interesting for the full-page wood engravings in it. It should also be mentioned, the book is heavily shaken, some pages are loose, and it is incomplete. Some of the text block is missing, but it's really just part of the lot because of the binding and the wood engravings that are in it. And the final book here is actual wooden boards, leather spine, marble paper covers, 1817 Northampton, Massachusetts. Early American juvenile imprint for Northampton. The book has some small age flaws. This corner, for instance, is lacking. Some page corners are bent, but it's still sewn and tight as issued. The book is structurally sound. And this assortment of 10 early American juveniles is currently available on my website, briandemambro.com.